Hi, this is Brian Murnahan with My Curb to Go. We're here at Ellerbe's Fine Foods talking to Richard King about all the great things that they're doing down here on Magnolia.
So Ellerbe Fine Foods, we were opened up in 2009. So almost 11 years old this June. We are a farm-to-table restaurant. We were one of the first ones in Texas to be a farm-to-table restaurant. So and what that means is that we use local farmers, local cheesemakers, ranchers, things like that. We're seasonal. Everything we get in is fresh from our farms, and our menu does rotate, quite often with that. I have a business partner, Molly, the cook, and she is also the executive chef. So she runs the back of the house operations, and I handle all the front of house operations and also all the wine program.
Wonderful. So obviously we've been in the shutdown phase for 5 or 6 weeks now. Taking a look back, what was the start of the shutdown like for you all?
It's, you have to pivot. You have to pivot quickly, and I think we did. And we actually pivoted before the shutdown happened, so that week before the forced shutdown by the government, is we went into the curbside model already, and the to-go. So we kind of saw what was coming online, and it's helped for us. It's margins are definitely down. Our gross is down as well, but it's helped us maintain. It's helped us do our job, which is feed the community, and give our customers some type of Ellerbe experience. And also, the main thing is it kept all our staff employed, so they're all still working here.
So yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I came by today. I heard you had been able to keep on your staff and treat them really well. And matter of fact, you had hired somebody just like the day or two before, and they're still on staff with you today. Tell me how you're able to do that.
That's right. We actually hired just a couple of people only about maybe 3 weeks before all this happened, and they're all still with us. It wasn't an option for us to really furlough anybody or to lay off anybody. We gave the staff an option if anybody wanted to take any type of unemployment, and out of all our employees, only one took it, and that was on their own will. So everybody else still stayed on, and we promised them that we were still going to give everybody hours. Obviously, it's going to be reduced amount of hours you previously were getting, but you're going to get a check from us at the same rate. We didn't reduce anybody's pay, and everybody signed on. And it's been a great thing because you kind of see our family become even a closer family, and everybody is, yes, our jobs aren't waiting tables like they used to be. There might be putting up a fence, painting its walls, talking to guests through a car window. But everybody still gets to be a part of something, and that's what we want to do.
So we're standing here in an empty dining room and looking back, and there's another empty dining room, and obviously we're hoping that things will kind of start to get back to normal, or at least our new normal. What does coming back look like to you? How are you going to do that?
Yeah, with Abbott's decision yesterday about the 25% occupancy rate, it's what it is, and you have to work with that as a business. And so what we're going to do is we're going to follow those guidelines. Strict. We're actually going above and beyond some of the protocol for the health concerns and sanitation on that side here. But we plan to be opening up. So next week we're not going to do this weekend. We're going to do next week, starting Thursday night. And what works for us to cut down labor costs and food costs is we're going to do just a smaller menu. Certain seatings, reservation only. With this restaurant, we can only do basically 10 people per dining room. So it's going to be very empty, but at least we still get to do our job, feeding our guests and our patrons. And then hopefully, in a couple of weeks, it'll expand to 50%, and hopefully after that, expand to back to 100%, and it'll get back to normal. But, I think we have to be adaptive to what every week is a brand new week. Every 48 hours, new 48 hours right now. So I think as a business, you can't rely on what happened yesterday or what you think is going to happen in 3 weeks. We've all been proven wrong. They just what things can happen in 3 weeks. We're proving real quickly that whatever you thought is not even close to what it's going to be. So, and we're keeping our staff really informed on what we're doing, and keeping them involved with it. So they too have had uncertainty where their job's going to be, what their rent's going to look like in May 1st, and it's only fair to keep them on board. And we have to back our staff. They're our lifeblood of this company. And with that being said, is they have bills. They have everything still coming in also. And if we can get the opportunity for them to make money and work, then we're going to do it.
So has the community been pretty supportive so far?
Incredible. Yeah, the city of Fort Worth, I mean, this is a fantastic city. Everybody really does support their local restaurants and the local retailers and shop small. We have seen our long, patrons who've been going here forever coming by every couple of days. We met a lot of new people out of this, that always want to come to our restaurant, but we're doing something new for them. So we got some new customers that we've gotten out of this, which we love. And every customer comes by has a story of why they're coming to see us. But yeah, I mean, it's working. It's a little bit painful at times, but at the end of the day, we are able to help out many people. The whole portion of this.
So Ellerbe's is actually on a pretty busy street. Has the Southside community, the Near Southside community, been supportive to you?
Yeah, where have you found support? Yeah, well, especially during the beginning when, like I said earlier, there's so much fear, so much emotion, so much uncertainty that, I'm glad you brought up Near Southside, because they have been a really strong advocate for us as a business community to y'all work together, y'all talk together. We're all fighting some of these same problems, same fears. Let's talk through this, what you did to get through this, or how you're going to do it. Who did you use? And so with them, they really kind of pulled us all together on many of these Zoom webinars we've all been a part of to answer a lot of these questions. The street, I mean, it's dead, it's quiet. It's hard to see that because, we're in this business to host and entertain. We're not able to do that the way we traditionally do that. Almost everybody on the street is in the same position. But, some are having some really hard time with this. And so, our goal is to make sure all of our neighbors all are able to open back up a business, stay in business, And I don't want nobody wants anybody in this old neighborhood to go down, And the Near Southside is making sure that doesn't happen.
So earlier we talked about your suppliers and being a farm to fork type of restaurant. How have your suppliers been during all this time?
Our farmers have been so appreciative. They lost a lot of restaurant accounts throughout the whole Metroplex area. And we were one of the ones that said, listen, what do you need from us? We love an avenue to help sell our produce that you're not able to be used. Can you sell it as co-op boxes? And so we pulled together some co-op boxes of all of our local farms, to help. So you get local produce 3 days a week. And that didn't answer all of their prayers, but it helped out a little bit on that side to help them keep something going on, because some of the restaurants that we're using did shut down. And so that's business they just lost overnight. So we were able to help out with that with a lot of our farmers and getting in produce like every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Saturday over here.
So right now, if somebody wants to make a reservation, how do they make a reservation?
Right now, we're doing call-in only. So we need to control how many people are coming in our business at a time, and so it's by phone-in only. And then we'll have certain seating times open, because we have to control that, how many people can be in the dining room at a certain time. And then, like I said earlier, we're going to do more of a limited menu. That's off our market menu right now. We're kind of using some of that same menu, building into a dining experience. And then we'll slowly open up more options as we open up more seating and as the public gets out. I think the public is still a little cautious, a little anxious. Some want to get out right away. Some want to slowly get out. And so we're prepping for both of those. I don't think the floodgates are just going to open up. So I think people are going to slowly dip their toe in the water, and we want to be part of that experience.
So we can look forward to more Ellerbe's to go?
The Ellerbe to go, it has been a great business model for us. There's been some great things that come out of this situation the past 6 weeks. One, our staff. We've become definitely closer with all our staff. I've learned some good things about our staff that I didn't know they could do before this. But the main thing also is this curbside thing. It worked for us, and we've gotten tremendous feedback from our guests that can you please do this as some shape or form even after all this is done, and I think we're going to. So it's been really great. So I know we're going to continue it for at least 30 more days on our side, if not more.
Well, wonderful. And I guess I want to just check, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I guess that the restaurant community overall in this town has been fantastic to work with, talk to. We're one of those communities that none of us really look at each other as competitors, but friendly competition, and we are on daily email with about 120 of us to kind of keep everybody informed what's going on, either in our market or in our nation, so we're all in the loop. Visit Fort Worth has really worked well on keeping everybody informed as well, and also getting the message out. Are you open? Yes or no. If you are, what are you doing? So it's been really great to see this true sense of community of these restaurants that I may have talked to, but now I'm talking to a lot more because of we're just all in a really hard position right now, and we all want to be together in a year from now as well.
Yeah, that's great. Fort Worth is a great community. I live here in town. I think it's wonderful. I meant to ask you this a second ago, but do you have any partnerships you want to tell us about?
Yeah. So we're working with Melt Ice Cream, down the street. One, it's my favorite ice cream out there, but two is, she's been always a good supporter of our brand, and she has a great brand behind it. So it was a good little fun little business marriage. So we're selling her ice creams, 2 flavors, and I know she's also part of a few other restaurants, because some people just, like I said, had to pivot and be adaptive, and that was one way she did it. It was one way we did it. It adds an element to our menu that our guests could have ice cream that we normally would have ice cream to go, things like that. We've also worked with a couple of local retailers to help, with their business. We'll do maybe a Mother's Day gift, and they'll do a bottle of rosé with a set of flowers, kind of thing, or pajamas, for that. And it's all just kind of keeping shopping that local kind of thing.
Hey, Richard, I really want to say thank you for having me out here today, and looking forward to being able to come in here and sit down and have a nice dinner. Thank you again. Look forward to coming back soon.
Cannot wait to entertain you, trust me. And shake your hand.